What is up, risk takers? Welcome to the Kill Beat Strategy. I am Pete. I am a top player playing Risk Global Domination on PC. I have a daily release on YouTube. I do Fixed Friday every Friday. I do the Waiting on Your Best Behavior podcast, and I stream on Twitch Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 10 a.m. to 12 noon at a minimum Toronto time. If you are interested in getting better at the game of Risk, I invite you to subscribe to my channel and come along the ride with me for today's episode. We're playing a practice game on the round 3 tournament settings. This is Europe Advanced Fixed Zombies, and I am in the 5th position. We got a little teeny tiny Pete here. Okay. In position 1, we have the zombies. In position 2, we have Von Agrawal flying the flag, Morocco. Von is a Grandmaster, ranked 996 on the world leaderboard. We have stats on Von, 135 hours in with 188 and 90 in position 3. We have my buddy aka Spud Top. Go check him out on Twitch. I will link to Spud's Twitch in the show notes. And when there's a lull in the action, I can post it in chat too. Currently ranked 23 as a Grandmaster, 7,785 games, and almost 5,000 hours. Holy fucking shit. In position 4, we have Tim. And Tim is a top Grandmaster. Currently ranked as a Master, 8,836. Support on the Discord. Tim finished second in his first ever World Tournament and has had a number of great tournament finishes since then. I am in position 5. This is the main Pete account, currently ranked 44, 45 on the World Leaderboard. I have over 5,000 games, and I've done a whole lot. And in the final position, we have Rudolph the Daddy flying the flag of Chad, because he is a Chad. Rudolph is a Grandmaster, ranked 1,753. And 434 hours with 352 wins and 693 losses. All right, guys. So what I want to do is I want to find a bonus that I can actually hold. And start from there. So, because the zombies don't count for bounty points, a perfect game in this round is 21. The way the tournament is scored is you get points for placement, and then you get 2 points per placement, and you get the bounty point scaled down. So, if you get top placement, it's it's 2 points for 6, 2 points for 5th, 2 points for 4th, and so on. So 2, 6, 8, 10, 12 is the max placement, and then the bounties are 3 for your first kill, 3 for your second kill, 2 for your third kill, and 1 for the final human opponent, because there's only 4 opponents. It would be 1 more at the end of the story. So you're only going to see a lot of the board at the beginning. I really like my positioning here because I'm deep. So, depending on where Stove goes, you can guard this from 1, you can guard this from 1, you can guard this from 2. So I can have a 3-continent structure guarding the southern France 2 fronts, but obviously Von Agrawal is here and he's also going to push into France. So at some point I'm going to hit him. And it looks like he starts off stronger than me. So potentially he cleans out France. All right. I wish I had my glasses. I'm so blind right now. Yeah, well, whose fault is that? Your viewer count is way up. Any update on the Twitch partnership? Let me take a look. So if I go into my creator dashboard and I look at the path to partner, let's see what it says. Achievements. Path to partner apply. It says this. In review, and it has said this now for almost 3 weeks, so anyone's guess as far as when and if I will make it to partner on Twitch. Maryland, hey Pete, I started yesterday to play Risk. Welcome to the game. Let's just make this one really choky. Yeah. Let me know when it is philosophy time and you've been dying to catch a stream to get in on the arguments. You want to argue? What do you have to say? It's always philosophy time with me. What is the exclamation mark peep, Marin? What should that be? It'll be some colorful conversation. Well, as long as it's respectful, right? I don't mind discussing difficult ideas. It's kind of my fucking favorite. What are your thoughts about the recent upsurge of states allowing euthanasia in hospital settings? I guess, ultimately I'm pro-euthanasia. It doesn't really seem like anyone has the right to tell me what I can do with my life. Or the audacity, for that matter. I bet you Spud's in 2 places. Yeah, he's going to take me out of there. That's reasonable. He's going to take this bonus probably this turn if he gets good dice. Yeah, he doesn't want to risk it. He doesn't want to risk the zombies coming in. So you'll have a 2-point guard here and here over a +6, which is really nice. Obviously, Spud knows what he's doing. I think I go out very quickly this game. Yeah, he says it's an oops. There's really no answer, right? I could not take that. I knew Vaughn was there, right? Obviously, he was only going to go that way. So let's see if he lets me have it or if he just takes it. I think I'm doomed either way. I think I'm doomed either way. Interesting. All right. This is champion. This is a practice game. Bill says these are fun settings. These are challenging settings. I'm going to have to practice this a bunch before I get to a place where I feel confident I understand it. If I were Vaughn, you're dead? Sure. I very well might be. So I suppose I could have predicted that he was going to start here and he was going to take it all. I think he wins this game easily. So, practice, lesson learned. But obviously not a particularly interesting video for YouTube. So we'll try again. Variola Viridae. Been loving your content on YouTube. First time catching you on Twitch. Thanks for introducing me to the Risk world. You're welcome. What's my win-loss percentage? I can't show you because I can't click on my own stats. Yep. And that is a GG. All right, ladies and gentlemen, get on in here. I can see ethically it will make people have to justify wanting to keep living. Just wanting to live should be enough. The second you say should, you must qualify. For one day, 1 week, it doesn't matter. People will then feel the need to justify wanting to keep live on the insurance and family. It costs a lot of money to keep you alive, I suppose. My view is deontological. Okay. The way I think about personal freedom is I do have some kind of ethical obligation to the collective, by virtue of the fact that I exist. But that ethical obligation does not supersede my own right to bodily autonomy. So I get to decide when I die, if possible. Given the horrible ways we can perpetuate our quantity of life without adding to its quality, I would really, really like to be the one who decides. And also, just to explain to chat, because I don't know that all of you guys know what deontology is, but the deontological position is duty ethics. So when I said that I do feel an obligation to society by virtue of the fact that I exist, I'm applying an ethical layer that says, as a human, I owe it to other humans who have helped perpetuate my life that I try to be the best man that I can be. Thank you, Wise Sage, with the Prime sub, and we will go into game 2. Everybody, please, ready, up. Why do you fly the Bhutan flag if you're Canadian? Just because it looks cool. I fly no flag. I believe in no nation. I don't believe in things that separate people from each other. I think we are all humans. We are all one. And my cool flag has a dragon on it. Spud says no one even bothered to try and stop Black last game. Great sweep by Vaughn. Okay. For the second game, we start off in the last position. So I'm really going to have to figure out where everyone goes. I'm really going to have to pay attention to who takes a bonus early. In position 2, we have General Coomer, 12284 from USA as a Master 8996. Let's see where he goes. In position 3, we have Lord Commander from the Netherlands, ranked as a Master 21,335. In position 4, we have Parlox, and Parlox flies the flag of Israel. Ranked as a Grandmaster 87 on the World Leaderboard, Parlox made it all the way up to number 3. In position 5, we have Maren Brombat. Maren Brombat is a top 100 Grandmaster playing free-for-all, and a World Champion flying the flag of Angola, ranked as a Grandmaster 2,643, and I'm in the last position. Okay. We want to do some push-ups. I'll try and find a lull in the action. I can throw some down for you. Okay, so black is going to be here. White wants to be here. That looks like actually a great structure for white. Where does Parlox go? Someone's going to push out of here. Look at the England. 2 territory plus 4. 3 plus 3. Well, pretty damn good. Hey Pete, finally caught your stream. Good luck. Your bids have been mesmerizing me and getting me into risk again. Love them. Any suggestions for risk purchases? For getting back into it? Figure out what you like and what's fun. And start with that. I am working from home right now, but it's 11 a.m. and I haven't done a single minute of work. Well, whose fault is that? Don't blame me, guys. I'm just entertained. I'm just here to entertain you. Okay. I think, unfortunately, I have to take a middle position, which I don't love, but we can start from there. You're going to take the top bonus to the right of the UK. Scandinavia? No, because whoever's in there comes and fucking smashes me. See the zombies start to expand, then we start to lose vision. It is also the duty to those around you to ensure that you don't need to justify your existence, no matter how it should appear externally. Deranged Dalek, how do you feel about environmentalism? Because the ethical logic of environmentalism says we all need to justify our existence. You know what? I am working from home too. Thinking about it, we were both watching Kill Pete and getting no work done. Yeah, those zombie noises are terrible. I hate them. I kind of tuned them out, but they are super fucking annoying. Stove let the zombies kill him. You're so vindictive. Arr. I have a great plan now. Let's see if it works. Who's coming out of here? How much did Parlox get? Parlox only gets 3. Parlox might be on the ropes. Okay, so this game is more open, but someone is going to conquer this. I think it might be Marin. Then, did Marin take the corner? Right, and then come sweep out. Okay, Parlox just suicided on the first turn. Okay, he's dead. Now White sees me on the other side. They know I'm not a threat, and they know they don't necessarily have to guard that threat. So I have a great thing going with White. I'm on both sides of him, but we have an understanding. We're getting similar value. So I get 4, White gets 4. We both have 3 for 4s. Denark Alps. I guess I should show the bonuses. So Iceland is worth 2, British Empire is worth 3, Western Europe, which is France, worth 4, Southwestern Europe, which is Spain and Portugal, worth 4, West Africa is 6, North Africa is 3, Orient is 6, Russian Empire is 7, Eastern Europe is 8, Southeastern Europe is 4, Southern Europe and Denark Alps worth 4, Central Europe, which is Germany, Denmark, and the Netherlands, worth 5, and Scandinavia worth +3. You can hold it. Black fed himself to the zombies too. What is happening that game? So who won? How did fucking Van lose? Tim wins 0 bounties. Terrible. Ben made a critical error. Too bad. All right, even better. He just says, I swear there's a blizzard in the boot to Italy. So the thing with the Italy bonus is if there's a blizzard here, a blizzard here, a blizzard here, a blizzard here, or a blizzard there, it cuts that connection away through the middle of the map. Fake Llamas would like to know, can you talk about the reverse psychology you used to tell everyone you're going to get targeted for 2 weeks and then proceed to be in first place after 2 rounds? I can't help but play my best in a competition, Llamas, but I am fully expecting to get targeted at some point. All right. So the situation I have with white is still mutually beneficial.
Yeah.
Pete, you could kill him? Well, I'm going to try now. I'm obviously going to remove this position now. I need this guy slow rolling me like I need a hole in the head. Okay, Marin started with 8. Okay, Marin's there. And apologize to the zombies. Yeah, thanks, bud. Advertising is not really something that I need to do any more of. I already advertised plenty. Ooh, that's a big stack. Ow, that's gonna fuck my butt. Okay. Butt fucking isn't supposed to hurt. It's true. It's a bad metaphor. It's supposed to be fun. Schlong McLong. Hey, Pete. I love your name. What's it going? How's it going? Oh my god. Who's the best player in Risk, in your opinion, aside from yourself? There are 20 to 30 people that are great, like top players, that I would say. So it's a very long list, and there's a surprisingly large amount of variability in that list. Like, Parlox is a top player, Marin is a top player, Spud is a top player. I don't think it just comes down to who is the best overall. I don't think that actually makes a ton of sense. I think it makes a lot more sense to look at it in who is the best at this or that. And then there's a ton of overlap. Maybe it's good Pete did that. I have to go to your next class. I think it was correct for me to do that, Marin, because I think if you had that 1 point guard over this much, you would have easily won. So I had to interrupt you, and that was my only chance to do it. I was actually just really hoping I would get that kill on Parlox, but it didn't take. Pete, you are the current best FFA player IMO due to the tourney. Thank you, Tim. But you are also one of the best FFA players. So just because I was able to win a tournament because Under the Gun made a critical error in the finals doesn't mean I'm the best player, right? It means I was in the right place at the right time to capitalize on the luck. When you first started playing, what was your win-loss ratio like? I'm curious because mine is terrible. I started off at like a 50-50, and then I got like more closer to 60%, and then like closer to 70%. It depends on the settings. I'm going to lose it from this. Go pop, pop. Every other territory wants to hit this but this. Great. Closed off from that. Okay. Buck is insanely good? Yes, Buck is very good. Spud says your pathing in the final shows you know your shit. You could have easily messed that up. Yeah, thank you, Spud. I try my best, man. I'm not denying that I am a top player. That's why I introduced myself as such. But I would never presume to tell you guys that I am the top player, because that is nonsense. Looking good for Lord Commander, though. You heading out, Spud? GG, bro. Thank you for being around. And for all that you do. Everyone, if you aren't following Spud, I'll just take this quick opportunity to throw his Twitch. Head on down to AKA Spud Topped. Give him a follow, please, and thank you. You want to watch one of the best Risk players in the world? I'm sure he would love to have you. Okay. Oh, Marin's heading out too? See you, Marin. So you're going to be a bot? Classic Marin. Pete, all of the greats are just people who consistently are in the right spot at the right time. It's getting yourself to a place for the opportunity. Gretzky was open in a good position more than anybody else. Sure. And I'm not, look, again, I'm not trying to deny or blow smoke, tell you guys that I don't think of myself as a top player. It's just the question of who's the best. That's the part that I take umbrage with. There is no such thing as who's the best. That doesn't make sense. White wins this, or me, maybe black. Black's still doing well. So all three of us are getting a decent amount of troops. Black's getting the most. Me and white at least have a very good understanding. No bounties have been taken. Bonus for Parlox has been eliminated. The bonus for Marin has been eliminated by the zombies. So, something to consider. It would take like 1,000 games to determine if one player is even slightly better and still too many parameters. Okay, so yes and no. It takes a large number. You need a large sample size and risk because of how lucky it is, but not 1,000 games. I can usually tell after a couple games with someone if they're like, the way I think about it is like if you're GM, the difference between GM and say top 500 is a certain length, and then the difference between top 500 top 100 is another length, and the same between that and top 10. So if you're like a top player, you could get to the top 10, not necessarily, but the difference between 10 and 1 is the same, right? Anyone who's, oh, interesting. White decides to bring in there. Cool. And that's the game. Oh, no cards. Too bad. Okay, black wins easy now. So as soon as white interrupted the good thing we had, now we both lose. So now I'm in a situation where I probably won't get a bounty. Black's going to win, so I'm basically playing for third place, which sucks. It's either third or fourth. Raspa Color. Yes, managed to hop on my stream. Welcome. Welcome, Raspa. Yeah, it was definitely a mistake. Right? White benefited from our arrangement as much as I did. We were getting the same amount of troops, and black was getting more. So now black wins. Right? But he will not be interrupted. The two weaker players fought each other. So the winning player wins, and now we are rats on a sinking ship. Do zombies count as a player but not as a bounty? Exactly. Zombies block placement, but they do not count as a bounty because you can kill the zombies, have them respawn, kill the zombies, have them respawn. So if they counted for bounties, you could just get infinite bounties off of them. And also, you can't get a bounty on the zombies because they are undead. Samuel18, thank you for the sub. Thank you, thank you. All right, White is thinking about what to do. What did they get? 3 troops. Probably shouldn't have hit me. White is between you and black. Hitting you might be his best chance. Second. No, I can't agree with that. I think the logic from the position of white sees me, I see him, we are good, and we are equal, and black is stronger is we need each other. Well, now he's still between me, right? Now he gets eaten. Lucy says, a lot of top players are via 1v1 and not free-for-all. They can be much less experienced between playing a lot of players and don't like the luck factors involved. Yeah, it's an important thing to note. So 1v1 Risk isn't Risk. It's a sub-game. It's missing the key element that makes Risk amazing, right? The psychological component of playing off of each other. Now he's trying to find me. He's going to thin out his stack. He can't find me. Yeah, good. Good game. So Risk, what makes Risk great is the fact that it's a free-for-all multiplayer game. It is a bunch of little logic puzzles with a psychological overlay. 1v1 Risk cuts all of that out and just leaves you with the bare bones analytical part, which I guess I can understand why people who are analytical would enjoy it, but it is a drastic subset. So because SMG's ranking system incentivizes people to use 1v1s to rank up because it's kind of broken in any other way, it has taken a much larger overrepresented stature in the community than it otherwise would, right? Historically, Risk would have been thought of as a multiplayer game, and if you ask the average person what a good Risk player looks like, it definitely wouldn't be someone who grinds noobs in 1v1s. Also, thank you, Bram McKev, for the Prime sub. Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to take Marin's original position just to be out of everyone's way. Thank you, Dash of Pepper. Thank you. Appreciate the support, guys. Black is going to win. Black is going to probably kill White. Or if White keeps trying to hunt me. Thank you, L Bard, with the Prime. Appreciate it. Is there a difference between the Prime sub? I think the Prime sub is just if you have Amazon Prime, because Twitch is owned by Amazon, then you don't pay. Bro, I thought you normally have 60 views, not 200. You grow real much? Yeah. Through August, I had a tremendous period of growth. So we got a lot of folks. Oh, you want me to do some lifting redeems? Okay, we got a push-up redeem, we got a lifting redeem. Let's try and snag that in. Well, everyone is getting way more troops than me. Feels good, guys. See Black take over a lot of the board. Oh, it looks like he's hitting White. Are there any GM players you know of who only play 1v1s? Almost all of them. The ranking system is totally broken. Almost all of them play 1v1s exclusively. One cheese. Those weights are big, scary. Never breaking you again. Nice. I'm a GM and I only do 6-player classic free-for-all classic picks. Yeah, well, that is the highest form of GM, in my opinion. Hey, Joey just made GM. Welcome to the ranks, sir. In your opinion, what are the best settings to grind the fastest while also being the funniest? For now, I mostly do classic picks because it's how we played back then as my comfort zone. I wouldn't even recommend the the best settings to grind the fastest. I think if you care that much about rank, you're kind of missing the point. I think you should use your skills and improve your skills in a way that is fun for you. Oh, they're hitting each other. That is what I hoped to happen. I could definitely make a comeback here. It's going to take too long. I think black kills white, and I get third, is my guess. Pete, have I ever played Go? Not seriously. They will fight too much. Maybe. I think black beats white, though. If I have time, I have time, and that's what I'm playing to, JJ. I'm trying to get to here and then start pushing back out. But if I have to keep pushing through 16 stacks, I won't have much left to guard. So my cards are super expensive. Yeah, white's fucked. Have I played much chess? I like Horde chess. I'm not smart enough to play chess at any good level. White pick a fight with me. White pick a fight. Oh, he kills me. Nice. Well played. I die. Horde chess is the what? Don't play Horde? Fuck you. Don't tell me what to do. All right. So far, we haven't had a great game at all. I mean, I want to spectate. Let me just see what it looks like. Does black kill white? White actually seems pretty strong. Black demolishes it, right? Now he hides. Yeah, you're fucked. Black's gonna kill you. Right, so white played for third. Okay, GG. Okay. Long McLong, thank you for the sub. Thank you. Good morning, Misty. Good luck with your game. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Feeling good. Is there such a thing as alliance chess? What's that? All right, I'm not really happy with either of those games. I think they were terrible. So let's put in some more practice, but maybe we won't worry about the YouTube. I have a video for today anyways, right? Nah, you know what? I need a good practice game. Let's try one more time. Can we have players who haven't played with me today, just so that we don't monopolize the slots? There's only 5 slots, and I'd really like to see more folks get a chance to play who might like to. Thank you, Tim. Yeah, and you too, Parlox, if you wouldn't mind. Thanks, guys. Okay. And for game 3, let's go. No, I haven't played you yet today, JJ. What's up? Zerky, did you want to be a very important person? Is that what I heard? Yeah, I know you have a lot of these. You guys can... Obviously, I like playing with you all. How do I do it? Does that work? No, it's /VIP. Nice, there we go. Did it. Okay, I'm in the last position again. Fuck's sakes. What do these blizzards do? These blizzards give us 1 point Scandinavia. The blizzards are super impactful. I bet you I'm not the only person who sees that, though. What can a VIP do? Nothing. It's just for cachet. And he wanted it. Let's take a look at the players. In position 2, we have Leaner Boomer from UK, ranked as a master 15,985. In position 3, we have Magpie from the United States of America, beginner, ranked 179,543. In position 4, we have Geopolitical Affairs, also from US of A, 224. I'm not sure if we've played. That's a lot of hours. Have we played? This might be our first time. In position 5, we have JJ Brach. JJ is a Twitch streamer. I'm going to throw up the link to JJ's Twitch, currently 41 on the world leaderboard, 597 hours, with 954 and 222. That's not JJ. If you want to go and check out JJ's Twitch and give him a follow, I think he would be much appreciated. Do that as well. Okay. Parlox, would you like to do a VC game with me? Sure. What do you want to play? It's raining, so it looks like I have a much longer stream in store for you guys. Yeah, so yellow wants that. Which leaves me with fuck all yet again. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I have no play. I lose this game too. I think going last is the fucking worst. Oh, Jerry, you're all wet. You're all wet, Jerry. Come inside. Only dry paws allowed. Sorry, Jerry, I have to see the zombies. What exactly is bad about going last? In this exact circumstance, the reason going last seems to be fucking me over is I'm unable to establish an early continent and hold it. I think blue just got broken by yellow. That's good for me. I think blue actually snagged that on the first turn, which is pretty epic. You asked me my view on environmentalism. How do you see it? Oh, sure. The connection between environmentalism and deontology and what you were saying about justifying our existence. So the nth degree of the environmental logic is that we all have to justify our existence because we are using up limited resources. So I think that's the part that I can find some disagreement on. The notion that our resources are limited is relative to our ability to use them. So human beings have, I often say we are an interesting intersection between the infinite creative power of God and the fact that we are finite apes living in a body that dies, right? Our ecological niche, our environmental evolved strategy as an organism is to invent things that don't exist. So because of that, our resources aren't exactly limited in the way that the environmentalist movement would say it is. Environmentalism says, let's take a snapshot of the current biodiversity, and this is what it is. And these are the correct organisms that should exist in the world, which we all know is nonsense, right? It is in flux. It is a matter of species coming into existence and going out of existence constantly. Now, that's not to say that anthropogenic climate change isn't occurring and isn't horrible, but it is to say that we should leverage our creative ability to solve these problems rather than worry about austerity and justifying our right to use the resources of the world. That's my answer. Right, and that cuts to the euthanasia argument. When is a human useful for society? And when are they not? That's kind of just hoping that a scientist will find a solution? Yes. And it's expecting that a scientist will find a solution because, historically speaking, human beings are fabulous at finding technical solutions to problems and atrocious at fair distribution of those solutions. Who is slamming into me? Yellow? You're not going to like how I get out of that one, bud. Yeah, you're not going to like how I get out of that one, bud. You want to see some push-ups? Sure. How much is JJ getting? So where else could he be? He's here and here. I see. He's here. No. Is he in Iceland? How do you get so many? Said he started his term with 15. Where the fuck is he? Oh, he is Russia. He is Russia. I see. Okay. JJ has Russia. Okay, so it's going to be a battle between purple and JJ, and I am fucked. But that's fine. I don't mind. Okay. Fine with this. But it kind of sounds like you make it someone else's responsibility to do something about it. It is all our responsibility to do something about managing our environment. It's not the environment we're killing, it's our environment. So what are we going to do about it? So how do we organize? Well, the part of the conversation that I like to have is at the deepest level. I like to talk about systems design. So our government is terrible at their jobs, and consistently terrible at their jobs, and that is on purpose. So if we were to talk about redesigning the government into something that made sense, that didn't give me a box inside of a box inside of some plastic wrap inside of a box that comes to me in the mail, right? Let's talk about that. Do I need all of this packaging material? How does that benefit the environment? Or the coffee pods, right? As soon as I saw the coffee pod machine come out, I was like, there's no way. People pay so much lip service to caring about the environment, and yet, mountain of trash. So that's the conclusion, right? Let's not bullshit ourselves. Yeah. I'm going to take that. Get the hell out. Thank you. Now you see me. You're going to sit, you're going to stack there. Yeah, perfect, right? So now I get that, and I get a good thing going with blue. This is what I wanted. Yellow's going to break me here because they're vindictive. Or is yellow going to run? Try and survive. Yeah, JJ getting 16 turns probably already over. "99% of politicians are selfish and work purely for their own gain." No, that is 100% of politicians. The system's broken. How could you possibly represent me and call it a democracy? Don't give me the illusion of choice. That's bullshit. Let me choose, or don't pretend I'm free. Thank you, Zidium, for the sub. Appreciate it. What's critical fan? As an environmental scientist, we only started caring about the environment when we started making it inhospitable for us. We are human-centered. Of course we are. Fully agree. How about my push-ups? Yes, sir. You got them. Okay, that makes blue happy. It is a representative democracy for a reason. You cannot expect that all citizens will be actively participating in day-to-day politics, not coming off as hostile. No, I don't take it as hostile. I appreciate this conversation. This is the conversation I want to be having. Here's my representative, Snootful. Okay? This is not a greedy, this is not a selfish representative. This is my ability to engage with all of you, honestly, and say, here's how I vote. And we can do this every day with no effort. So don't tell me we need to pay these people to give them a job so they can rob us. That is insane. Can we please talk about the redesign in an intelligent way? It is what it is. The system will never change. Okay, accept it. Then accept that we will eat every last animal and we will change the climate of our planet to a situation that will kill us all. It's possible. We could do that. Or we could talk about redesigning every system because it's very broken. I like you more now. Thank you. I'm my best. The average citizen is way too busy to also deal with policy and food standards. Of course. That's why you would need to design a system where intelligent people and knowledgeable people about the subject would have their voice raised. I don't care about what the average person feels about any subject. I care about being free to choose, though. The issue is the masses will never work together, and the rich that make sweeping changes don't want to. So, if you believe, Keldlando, that the masses will never work together, you should shoot yourself in the head, because then we're doomed. Yeah, but we've always done things this way. Exactly. It's so fucking frustrating. Institutional inertia. It's so fucking frustrating. Do you really think we are in a point to stop climate change? I personally think it's too late. I appreciate the convo you're having. No, I appreciate it too. I mean, obviously it's too late to stop it. It won't stop. We won't go back to the way we were. I don't know. I don't think I want to break JJ. Sounds good. I think he has too much to lose. Hey, Reborn Official, thank you for the sub. Is anyone else excited for the Q&A today? Oh, yeah, we got to do the Q&A. So after this game, we're going to do the Q&A, and then we'll do a VC game with Mr. Podlocks if he's still around. One Shothawks. I've had friends who've said the Canadian government is a benchmark for how countries should be run. Do you agree with this? No, I think the Canadian government is atrociously terrible at their job. Atrociously terrible at their job. I feel so betrayed and let down by how awful our government is. It's shocking to me. So if this is the benchmark, again, we should shoot ourselves in the head. We could do so much better. Wow, these zombies just went nuts. Okay. Finally caught you live, keeping it real. Keep up the good work, man. Yeah, man. Totally. Did you get wrecked by the zombies? I think everyone did. Those issues are worldwide, and it's inherent to politics. Indeed. So we have no standard. So all of our political structures are flawed and broken. And the conversation, again, I would like to steer towards redesign. If something is broken, you throw it in the garbage. Why are we using 1,000-year-old models? Medieval institutions in 2022. It's suicidally insane. How would I redesign it? Good question. So what percentage of the economy, to all of your intuition, is actually productive value, right? I would argue that the entire financial sector is flawed, and if we were to globalize or nationalize the financial services industry to facilitate exchange between people, we would end up with the big-off inflation replacing taxation. So that would be the first thing, right? Let's stop this ridiculous gambling game we play with ourselves, where super rich people bet against other super rich people, and instead seek to use the benefit and distribute all of the wealth as equally as possible, right? Meet the decent minimum, the Rawlsian idea, right? You want the lowest among us to have a good enough life, basically. About 10% of the economy is useful. Yeah, that's my intuition too. About 10%. 90% of our productive capacity is completely wasted. All right, JJ's reconstituting his bonuses. I probably should too. The entire financial market is completely broken. Fully agree with you on this, but in order to redesign it first, you have to take down the rich. Yeah, so we need a economic George Washington, right? We need somebody who is a conquering general to then step down from the throne when the time is right. So we need somebody at like Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos level to say, I am going to redistribute all of my wealth now while I am alive, such that all can benefit. And whether or not that happens is up to... Really, the future hinges on it. So I don't know how blue will take that, because I need to guard this, but I also am happy to let them have it. I just can't let the zombies back in. Yeah, something like that has never worked again for the entirety of human history. So every time this comment comes up, something like that has never worked. I respect the opinion, but it does not progress the conversation I'm having, so I will ignore it from now on. Just because something hasn't worked does not mean we should not be willing to try new things. As wealth and money applauds system. If anyone can have anything they want whenever they want it, wouldn't that eliminate greed, which would in turn some of our larger, greater problems? Yes, a resource-based economy would ultimately be the goal, right? Private ownership of most things doesn't make much sense. You want to make money less valuable. Money shouldn't be valuable at all. Money should just be a means to facilitate exchange. Then when you talk about redesigning the economy, you also need to redesign the government. Purple's still super strong, right? Yeah. Purple probably didn't get broken by the zombies. Hey, thank you, Rip Sticker 360 for the sub. Thank you, thank you. Welcome to the stream. I appreciate your help. Yeah, I'm not asking for equal distribution of wealth. That's an illusion. I'm asking for a decent minimum. Everyone's still alive in this game. Okay. Okay. Very strong purple player. What they decide to do will influence the game. Thank you, Amersk, for the sub. Thank you. Minimum wage is hilarious. Yes, the tragedy of commons will always be a thing. The idea of minimum wage is so adorable to me that it's being politicized. It just completely misunderstands a very basic premise of how an economy functions. What is price for? Right? You politicize. It's politics for dumb people. Minimum wage. What is price for? Right? How do you determine a price? How does a market determine price? Ooh, blue's card skipping. Well, the incentive is that we're playing a tournament practice, so there's bounties. People have a really hard time understanding the basics of macroeconomy. Yeah, it's adorable. Let's change the price, the minimum price everyone makes per hour. What effect will that have downstream? Just raising the cost of everything, right? So yeah, you make $15 an hour, but you can't buy anything more. Politics for dumb people. All right, Ishmael. What's that? All right, blue dice. JJ takes the bounty. What was yellow getting? Yeah, still 3 yellows and shrubs too. Now JJ can have this if he wants it. In similar situation to last game, I need him, right? Purple super strong. If me and JJ start fighting, we just lose. I would assume he sees that logic too, but you never know. Ishmael is a philosophical story written by my Daniel Quinn. Yeah, I don't know. Alec, it's not actually 67% more expensive to buy food in places with a 15-hour minimum wage than a 9-hour minimum wage. Not yet, but it will. How much does it cost to get that food there? If it costs $15 minimum wage per hour, the price will correct. That's how price works. So then we're on a hamster wheel where the price of everything keeps going up. It's one of the causes of inflation. It's not the main cause of inflation. The main cause of inflation is fractional reserve lending, which, if you don't know the term, a bank can lend money at interest based on their reserve, but they don't need to hold 100% of their money in reserve, which means that they create money because the debt on that money that is being lent comes out of nowhere. And we want to see some more push-ups. There we are. Yeah, feeling good today. Yo, Pete, do you think Risk is at its low and still has room to grow, or that it's at its peak and will drop in popularity? I think Risk has the potential to be as big as chess. I think it's more accessible for the average person to get to the higher levels. Like someone like me, right? I'm not a genius level intellect, but I'm able to become a top player from hard work. What is Risk's Queen's Gambit? Hopefully my show. We'll see. We'll see. Want to see a little stretch? What kind of stretch are we going to do? Do something for the hours. Is Jerry going to stretch with me? The uninterrupted 18 troops a turn. Hey, thanks Maximum Dubs for the subs. Thanks, bro. I think the 18 troops a turn is just, it's a foregone conclusion that purple wins. I wouldn't be shocked if he gets all the remaining bounty. So based on your knowledge, where do you predict that risk will peak at player-wise? I don't have a fucking clue. I'm going to work really hard to keep building a community, building an audience, building a competitive scene. We'll go from there. While there are an uncountable number of chess game possibilities, new maps and such, possible games are impossible to calculate. I think especially online risk is infinite possibilities. Yeah, risk is even more complex than chess, right? Because of there being larger boards with more players and also probabilities. Lawn care channel? No. I would hate to have to talk to my customers any more than I already do. I despise it. That's how you know. That's how you know it's time to move on. I love the work though. I still love being outside in the summer. I like moving. I like the sun. But those conversations I've come to have zero patience for. So that's why it's time. And hey, folks, of the 307 folks listening and the hopefully thousands who watch it on YouTube, if any of you know someone who wants to cut grass in the city of Toronto, I have a great little turnkey startup business for you. So reach out to me and let's make a deal. I'm ready to move on to the next stage of my life. And we'll talk about that a bit more in the Q&A. Because we have some great questions from the Discord, and that's what I'm going to do after this game. We'll do the first ever Pete Q&A. Ophio Fangs, I feel like chess has a larger range of possible player improvement than risk. Would you agree? Yeah, but it's not maybe that pronounced. To be the best of the best of the best at chess, I think requires a certain type of mind that to be the best of the best of the best at risk doesn't. So that's the answer to your question. But Shark Tank with Pete selling the business. Yeah, well, who wants it? It's good. It's good. Buy the thing. No, I mean, look, I'm a shitty salesman. You should all probably know that by now about me. I'm not a hard sell. But at the same time, when I have something of value, and it's just no longer serving me, maybe it would serve someone else. That's the thought, at least. I'm very, very slowly expanding, but I don't know if purple is, so that's the sitch. Keep Pro. Hey, Pete, long-time lurker here, catching you on stream. Welcome, Keep Pro. How you doing? Important point to mention is there will always be a luck factor. In chess, it's not the case. Okay, I got broken by a big zombie. Here. Cool. Snazi says, I always like to make the full-time content creating to be more of a possibility. Thank you. You guys, I thank you so much for the support. It means a ton to me. You're helping me achieve what has become loftier and loftier goals with this. I never started off thinking this was even possible, that I would have 300 folks watching me play video games. Come on, that's crazy. But it's here. So given that it's here, I'm going to make the most of it. And I'm so grateful for you. Thank you. Now on the lift redeem. Let's go. Building my body while we build my mind, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about harmony. Balance in this life. And you really got to take care of yourself as you get older. You got to care about yourself. You got to love yourself. If you don't take care of you, how do you expect anyone else to? Yeah. Feels fucking good, ladies and gentlemen. That's Jerry. That's not Reggie. Well, Flexorino. Oh, baby. It was the cat cam. Okay. Hey, Panties is here. How you doing, Panties? You want more push-ups? I thought I just fucking did them. There's supposed to be a cooldown or some shit. Mr. Yellow Boy, would you like to do some push-ups? Oh, I'm gonna sweat through this shirt. Do some push-ups. Oh, baby, get them squats in, huh? You just want to look at my butt. Has geopolitical established a position yet? How about ever done channel points bets for this game? You guys can do what you want. Maybe one of the mods will set it up. Would you agree that the luck factor is extremely more pronounced in Risk than in chess? How does that affect the range of player improvement? So first of all, there is zero luck in chess. Start with that. Second of all, so yes, it's much more pronounced in Risk than chess because it exists in Risk where it does not exist in chess. So you need to evaluate your probabilities with Risk. Whereas with chess, you need to anticipate. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. This is fine. And the second part of your question, how does that affect the range of players? It's a different skill set, right? Ultimately, Risk is the key skill in free-for-all, in any free-for-all game, but the key skill in Risk is empathy, right? And I know a lot of people don't necessarily think of empathy as a skill set. When does that JJ17 disappear? The last time I want to take it. Maybe I even do him the credit of threatening kindly. Okay, purple is moving. Purple's taking the kill on yellow. Mega Shark, I think poker is a better comparison to Risk than chess. Awesome. So the game I played for the longest time was Magic the Gathering Commander. So Commander is a free-for-all multiplayer game, usually played with 4 players, all versus all. And Magic is a great combination of like chess and poker, because like chess in the sense that it is a game played on a board, but poker in the sense that, okay, JJ takes geopolitical. But poker in the sense that you're drawing from a randomized deck of cards with a hand with hidden information. Yeah, I'm going to ask JJ nicely to move. I still think he needs me, and I don't need to pop that stack. So JJ says, good game. I don't know. I don't think he overextended that much to take geopolitical. Also, great name, Geopolitical Affairs. I love it. Probably ran into purple, you think? I don't think so. Do I play Legacy or Standard? No. I play Commander. I used to play a lot of limited, like I would do sealed at pre-releases. Oh, motherfucker. How did I let that happen? Or did they just get a big reinforce? They got an okay reinforce. Fair enough. I suck at my zombie guarding. Do you think your channel could hit a wall as there's a lower audience your content could appeal to? I feel like we already talked about this. I find poker to be a good analogy for Risk. Luck-based in the short term, skill-based in the long term. Right. Bearded Yoshi, what is your favorite game mode or setting for Risk, and what is your least favorite? My least favorite is progressive capitals in competition. My most favorite is progressive world dom in public lobbies. How much did JJ start with? 11. Would I ever consider doing geopolitical commentary videos? No, because I'm not. I mean, I wouldn't. Okay. Yes, I would consider it, but no, I don't think I would yet be qualified or good at that because I am not able to follow geopolitical politics that much. because I don't frankly find it all that interesting. The place my mind goes to is the logical root, and most of the time the logical root is a systems design problem, right? As we were harping on about earlier. Thank you, Goralik. Thank you, Kuzi, for the sub, and thank you, Goralik, for the bits. I appreciate it, guys. Your assistance is... Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. $413 troops. Hey, thank you for the prime sub, C Darking. Alex says, do not underestimate the possibility of commenting on world events without any expertise. Thousands do it every day. No, I know I could. What I'm saying is, do I want to, right? Do I want to be a blowhard and add my voice to a conversation where it does not necessarily feel worthy? Right? Part of the authenticity of my work stems from I actually do feel like I have something to say when I speak. I don't just speak to hear myself talk. Jesus. Purple holds. That's game. I'm playing for second. Can I recover from this? No, certainly not. Because purple has held both times the zombies have gone ham. So purple has probably 1,000 troops. Been an interesting game and an interesting chat. I think I'm just going to keep this whole video up for YouTube. You guys can watch me learn, right? Watch me lose and practice again and again. These settings are cool. I have to do better because my game is on Wednesday. $300 viewers, sheesh. I know, it's a blessing. What did JJ get? 3. Okay, JJ's in trubs. It's like JJ's giving me his bounty. I wonder where his final position is. Let's see if we see him die. Well, it says, maybe, Pete, you're the missing. No, that's silly. I'm just a man. I'm blessed. Right? I'm blown away at this gift of life I've been given. Egypt, by the look of that zombie stack. Okay, purple needs to find my final position, and they probably do so before I connect with JJ. Yeah, I die. For sure. Oh, the sun is coming out. Okay. I will be able to do the Q&A, and then I'm going to call it, because I would like to get some work. Well, you can't try and warn me, JJ, because we are playing a practice game, sir. And that would be cheating. With the oops, but yeah. It's all good. We're all learning. So, okay, so he's here. He's going to come around and find me? Maybe? No, this is, so what I'm going to do... No, you want to do a VC game? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the Q&A. And then maybe I can stick around. But unfortunately, I still have to mow some lawns. So shout out to the business for sale. When and if someone would like relieve me of my duties, I would be most grateful. Well, Cat thinks he's in Egypt, so... 90% chance of rain. It rained. Well, let me take a quick look at the weather. Because I would like to work in the afternoon. And what does the weather look like? 80% this half. And more? Yuckosaurus. I've become something of an amateur meteorologist because I hate working in the rain. No, the rain is done. Yeah, it's done. Just finishing up now. Perfect. All right, I should start my week. When is the round 2 happening? I'm going to post the round 2 game today for the Monday show. So you all get... I've had it up on my Patreon for a few days, just so folks who are subscribed get early access. And it's a great show. I'm very proud of this one. How long did it last? Yeah, around 30 minutes. How much of Letter Kenny is a representation of Ken? I don't know. I don't know the show. That's it? Alright. So I get a bounty. GGJJ. Say that 3 times fast. I mean, at this point, it's a 1v1, so there's no way for me to beat purple. So the way I would have been big enough to survive if I traded. Yeah, you didn't trade, and when you had 5 cards, I was like, well, I'll just take the cards too. So now my only hope to score more points is to outlast the zombies. So basically 0 card. Just single stack, 0 card. And we can do some Q&A while I do that, because that will eat some time. And whatever purple decides to do, if they decide to kill the zombies first, they decide to kill me first. But I will no longer be trying to win, because it is impossible. Right? 25 a turn, I only have 33. Maybe he finds me right now and it ends. Yeah, I die. GG. Okay. I get 3rd and a bounty. And let's see purple finish this game. Well, we do the Discord Q&A. So if you all are not yet on my Discord, you can actually beat the zombies, of course. He probably will, given enough time. If you want to join the Discord, you will get notifications for when I go live on Twitch, which is very helpful. And you can have the opportunity to ask me questions in these Q&As that I will do at some regularity. I haven't figured out yet which one. So, firstly, let's go to the Q&A. Okay. To start, we have How Do I Attack Fast by Athens. So How Do I Attack Fast is a meme that I'm kind of trying to make. The joke is that the settings for this game are such that there is a dice rolling animation on by default, which gives newer players a speed handicap when they try to play, which is hilariously stupid. So daily, multiple times a day, we have people coming in asking, how do I attack fast? In my YouTube comments, how do I attack fast? And the answer is turn off camera animations. Why you would want to handicap your new players, I don't know, but given that that is the thing, I would like to shout from the rooftops, turn off your camera animations. Number 2, does Pete have a set of favorite settings? Probably my all-time favorite settings are the settings I first used to get to top 1000. Which is Pangea Progressive, World Domination, no Blizzard, no Fog, no Alliances, Balanced Blitz Dice, 60-second turns, with 1, maybe 2 bots, depending on if I needed to kick someone. And that was how I first made it to top 1000 Grandmaster, those Pangea settings. What 3 moments stand out as your favorite moments from your time and Twitch on Twitch and YouTube? This is from Intern. My favorite moments would be my first tournament finals, where I realized that there were so many people listening to me on Discord. They loved the show. It was my biggest show for a long time. The most recent tournament finals, where I finally won a world champion. I just put finally because I worked so long and hard at it, not because I feel like I deserved it, right? But yeah, you left a front open. You left a front open there. Now you let the zombies in. And then the third moment that would stand out would be my first interview show with Phil. And if you're still listening, Phil, that one stands out to me as a favorite moment because I loved podcasts, but realizing I could do my own with you was kind of a light switch in my head. And I'm really proud of the podcast as well. So those are my 3 favorite moments. Excalic asks, what is my favorite flavor of potato chips, sour cream and onion, or sour cream and bacon? Zerky asks, did you ever consider expanding your content to other games and topics? Yeah, the interview show translates nicely into a podcast style, so I can talk about whatever I want to talk about. I'm interested in philosophy. I'm interested in wellness and spirituality. Other games. I know a lot about Magic, so if I can get into Magic Arena, that would be something I think that would be really fun for the audience. And we could go through the same process of learning, right? Watch the old Magic player learn the new platform. The only problem is I can't... what's it called? The only problem is I can't play Commander on Magic Arena. So that's a big thing we have to fix. Misty says, oh man, these are all great questions. I want to know what first got you into Risk. Where did you see it and get into the game? I first played Risk with my friends on the board game when I would have been like 9 years old, so we're 3 decades in at this point. And yeah, I was a tryhard from the very beginning. At some point when I was a little kid, I still have a table of dice odds that I wrote out manually to try and understand the probabilities of each decision, which I still think is a key skill in Risk. Okay, Geronimo says, what, if any, is the story behind your channel name? So this story comes from, we went to Oktoberfest one year in Kitchener-Waterloo, which is about 45 minutes away from my home. And my buddies were in university there, and we were staying at his place. And my buddy Milrod, we were playing an old Sega Genesis emulator on an Xbox. And they had the Sega Genesis Risk. And he's like, you gotta kill Pete. If you don't kill Pete, he'll kill you. And he started to chant. He's like, kill Pete, kill Pete. You know, all these years later, it was the kill Pete strategy. So that's the origin story of the name. You gotta kill Pete, or he'll kill you. Paulak says, how do I feel about King Charles? King Charles III. I think it's interesting to finally see the end of that era. Elizabeth was so long-lived, so significant. We'll see if the same thing is true of Charles, but starting his reign at 70, he will certainly be less significant. He just won't have as much time on the throne. Unless he truly is a lizard person and they inject that anti-aging serum in his blood or whatever, but I digress. NB Vonnie asks, am I any shade of LGBT plus? No, not as far as I can tell. I identify and I think of myself as a straight man. I like girls. Not much else I could say about that. I don't know. Maybe if you think of like poly as a LGBT plus, but you know, I only think of myself as poly in the sense that all men are. Most men just lack the opportunity, right? We have to satisfy the other half of that equation. What is my favorite Stoic from history? Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius was the richest man in the world at the time. He was the most powerful man in the world at the time. He is the quintessential philosopher king. Misty says, will you mow my lawn? It depends on what it's worth to you. NCO, what is my favorite non-strategy game? Oh. I mean, GeoGuessr probably right now. Or Jeopardy. I guess Jeopardy. That's the answer. Dang it, I hope there was a chance. Yeah, we're letting down a lot of the game men in chat. I'm sorry. Good game. Good game. Well played. Well played. All right. So we see the win by Leaner Boomer. A dominant game. Very well done. Okay. Which Canadian party do I support? None. I fly no flag. I do not believe in the blue team over the red team, over the any other idiot team. They all are terrible at their jobs. They utterly, utterly fail to represent me. So I will not play the idiot game, and I reject their mandate of legitimacy. Curlza asks, why am I your favorite Risk player? Curlza, you are my favorite Risk player. I love you because you are great, you are kind, and you are funny. And I'm sure he'll love to hear it. Pollock says, how come I've chosen to be lame? I just identify as lame, man. It is what it is. Zerky asks, if I was working for SMG, what would I prioritize changing? Number 1, fix the ranking system. The ranking system is broken and does not meet the intuition of players, what you would expect your ranking system to look like. If a new player who tangentially understood the game of Risk walked in and said, what does the best Risk player in the world look like? The grinding noobs playing 1v1s would not be it. So that would be number 1 thing to fix. And then I would look into figuring out a way to get more resources into the game so we can help grow the competitive scene and the player base at large for Risk to something that I now believe it has the potential for. What countries have I traveled to? Where would you like to travel to in the future? Ooh, I've traveled a bunch. I've been to Canada, United States, Mexico, Jamaica, Belize, Colombia. United States, Mexico, Jamaica, Belize, Colombia. I have been to Netherlands. I've been to Denmark. I've been to England. I've been to Israel. I have been to Japan. I've been to South Korea. I've been to Singapore. I've been to Australia. I've been to China. 15, I think, is my current score. Where would I like to travel to in the future? Philippines, Thailand. I like the beach and I like hot. And I would love to go back to Singapore. That's my favorite place I've ever been. What is the most successful country in history, in my opinion? Probably Rome, right? Maybe Greece, maybe the Mongol Empire. They did occupy the largest land empire for a brief period, but Rome, probably, if we want to talk about Rome as a country. What is my favorite dinosaur? I like the Stegosaurus. I think Stegosaurus with the plates on the back. Kitty asks, how did your parents react when you came out with being gay? We already touched on that. Not in your dreams, but maybe in your dreams. We can go with that. I like ladies. If I had to use Twitter, what would I tweet? I would tweet kill me now because I am on Twitter. Do not use Twitter. If you're on it, cancel. Stop using it. Stop reading it. It's toxic. It's bad for your brain. Twitter weaponizes latent anxiety and anger and gets you to fight with people on the internet. It's toxic. Stop using it. Bonfire says, if you had to sum up your life philosophy in a sentence, what would it be? Beautiful question. Probably my favorite one so far, Bon. Thank you. The way I answer that is my values are time, freedom, peace, and joy. So what would the sentence be? Think for yourself. Think for yourself, never believe anything for sure, and love each other. That's the sentence. That's my life philosophy. Think for yourself, never believe anything for sure, and love each other. Okay. Chaos Killer asks, do you feel that Risk is unique in the sense that it can grow as a community, a la you have that steady stream of newcomers, or that other board games online you think might see the same type of simulated success, whether or not from you or another content creator? I think Risk has a tremendous potential ceiling that we haven't reached, and we'll see it. And Bivani, why do you call it magenta instead of pink? Because it is, in fact, magenta. Okay. Intern says, how do I recognize mistakes in Risk? How do I learn to reduce them in the future? I feel like it is not one major mistake, but multiple small mistakes that lead to a turning point or a loss. Yes, once the game is imbalanced, it is more likely to sequence to a loss. So, inaccuracies, as they call them in chess. Blah, blah, blah would like to know, how do I play in tournaments? I post promos for tournaments when the signups are open. Just watch the show, and I will promote the next one when it comes. Platon says, how many nuclear reactors do I build yearly? I wouldn't presume to be as smart as you, sir. 0. Sam asks, what are your top 5 maps and settings? What for a Risk tournament would you like to see happen that doesn't exist yet, with specific settings or rules? Ooh. I've done all that. I've gotten alts out of tournaments, or I've, contributed to getting alts out of tournaments. I've contributed to VC Risk becoming a part of the competitive scene. So the number one thing I would want to do for the tournaments would be to get progressive capitals out of it, because it's terrible. The stalemate is so unfun and unfair for newer players to not realize. And what are my favorite maps and settings? I like Progressive World Dom, so I like Pangea, I like Brittany Advanced, I like Turkey, I like Spaceport Sigma, and 5th favorite map, Atlantis. I think it's pretty. Syracuse asks, what is my overall opinion on SMG? What do you hate / love in terms of their overall work? I think SMG is, I don't know. I think SMG is facing a resource problem. So in order to get them the necessary resources to hopefully be able to add some of the quality of life additions that the community is begging for and we desperately need in order to bring this game to the next level. I'm just trying to get more players, so hopefully they get more money. That's my approach. I mean, if they can't, for whatever reason, make the game better, then they probably should pass on the IP to a company that can. What are your first thoughts on the new Portals game feature that was teased in Bulletin 9? They look like non-locked anti-blizzards. So, whereas blizzards choke the map, Portals open the map. That was my first impression. And Bivani, do I have another job other than your lawn care business and making videos? I'm a serial entrepreneur, so my first business was selling toys and video games on eBay. So I do that. I buy and sell collectibles. I still have a little bit of my landscaping business that is available for whoever might want it. And yeah, I manage my investments. How many licks does it take to get to the center of the Tootsie Pop? Kitty would like to know. Well, I suggest she comes over and finds out. Sour would also like to know. 1,000, eh? And Rue13 has put in a suggestion. He got it in right at the wire. How many people do you need watching on Twitch/YouTube to be able to do it full time, and how do you get there? I don't worry about that, if you can imagine it. I've never done this work to try and game the algorithm. I've always tried more to just focus on making the best show I can make. Right? If I'm product focused, if I want the show to be its best, then that is my goal, and I hope you like it. And so far, you do. So that is absolutely glorious. Okay, that is the end of the questions as such. We will do another one of these. What is this emote? What is this emote, Bex? With the good hair. Look at me laughing. Okay, I'm going to do a stretch redeem, I'm going to do a push-up redeem, and I'm going to do a lift redeem because I assume you guys all got those in. And then we will do one VC game with Mr. Parlox before we end the stream. But for the YouTube video, I'm going to sign out now. We got 2 hours in. It's quite a vid. Hope you guys liked it. If you guys are interested in more Q&A for YouTube, you can add to the Q&A channel on the Discord. And if you guys like it, let me know, and we'll do more of this stuff. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all enjoyed this episode. I hope you found some of it fun, entertaining, maybe even a little bit educational and informative. If you are interested in getting better at the game of Risk, I invite you to subscribe to my channel and come along the ride with me. I have a daily release schedule on YouTube. I do Fixed Friday every Friday. I do the Waiting on Your Best Behavior podcast, and I stream on Twitch Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon Toronto time. We will miss the Wednesday stream this week because these settings are in fog and I'm playing at 10 a.m. You can listen to my radio show on Discord though. And if you are able to support me on Patreon, help me get this work out to more people. I would appreciate it. Donations are always appreciated and never required. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much. I love you. Thank you. Until next time, for all of you on the path to world domination, good games and good luck.